Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Session Adams. I'm from the Northwest University. Today, our presentation is going to be about artificial intelligence. My colleague will now introduce himself.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Houston, and I will take you through the first part of our presentation. Introduction. We are all aware that we're facing staffing and funding shortcomings within the university environment. As a result of our situation, we often have to work with skeleton staff complements to accomplish our goals, which are not always possible. As agents of information technology, we should look towards technology to aid our shortcomings. There are various applications and methods that can be used to help us solve our issues, but we will be focusing on artificial intelligence and chatbots. As we all know, each company has a vision and a mission statement. So to sum it up, I will just take you through our statement. Our vision is basically to empower the Northwest University to excellence through the effective use of information and communication technology. In our case, we will be focusing on the chatbots. Artificial intelligence. When we speak about artificial intelligence, the first thing that comes to mind is robots and drones. What we should be asking is, what exactly is artificial intelligence? How can we utilize artificial intelligence within our working environment? And how can we benefit from using artificial intelligence? What changes, pros and cons, can we make by using artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, the ability of a digital computer or computer-controlled robot to perform tasks commonly associated with intelligent beings. Robots are currently helping companies build better workspaces. It's a practice that's not only in the early stages, but the use of artificial intelligence could append long-standing procedures while helping companies identify employee pain points. Artificial intelligence has become a part of our day-to-day lives without us even realizing it. From Siri to self-driving cars, artificial intelligence is progressing rapidly. While science fiction often portrays artificial intelligence as robots with human-like characteristics, artificial intelligence can encompass anything from Google search algorithms to chatbots to online surveys, and the list goes on. Using chatbots to improve service delivery. At our student walking service, we come across numerous IT problems, faults, and user trends that require our attention. From 2017 to date, we handled 29,000 plus individual work logs with a staff complement of 8 permanent technicians, with faults ranging from simple Wi-Fi setups to virus removals and complex hardware problems. Here are some benefits of using chatbots. It simplifies the purchasing processes. It improves user experience. It offers personalized services. It provides service integration opportunities, and it cuts down costs and saves on resources. And it boosts customer care as well. In 2007, we completed 18,000 plus work logs with a staff complement of 8 full-time technicians, as previously mentioned. 6 temps helped out for 2 months during our busiest times, and we completed 42,000 amount of work logs. As you can see, demonstrated in the graph above, that period where the red shows our most busiest times. That's in the beginning of the year. So this is just a breakdown to show you how much the temps does in our service desk. The work logs can be broken down into the following fault types. Trouble with network access control, we did 70,000 plus. 7,000 plus work logs. Wi-Fi setups on mobile devices and laptops, we did 11,000 plus work logs. Software and hardware faults, 800, and virus removals, we did about 300. If our chatbot can resolve 40% of 18,000 plus overall work logs, we could save up to 383 man hours, which we can use to focus on other areas of our job detail. which means 7,300 work logs will be handled by the bot alone. That alone is astonishing. With 383 man-hours saved, we can focus on training our staff and save on the cost of hiring so many temp staff. And we can work on improving our services. Tried and tested solutions. To ease the workload on our technicians, we have tried self-help options in the past. Among them is FAQs, forums, web pages with how-to videos, and information sessions, Facebook. We have a Facebook page as well. But somehow students still find it difficult to help themselves. So we resorted to technology to aid our needs. That's where we stumbled upon chatbots. Stats show that students spend about 80% of their time using mobile devices. 60% of their time is used for instant messaging. By introducing a chatbot, we hope to reach a far greater self-help success, as students are already accustomed to instant messaging. And our chatbot uses the same interface. Chatbots give a feeling of talking to someone. At very least, get guided help with semi-intelligent decision-making to analyze a situation. While we may be skeptical of using chatbots as a way of resolving our issues, it has proven great results for companies thus far, and more companies are embracing the technology. As I mentioned, here's a few of the companies where you can introduce chatbots. Nedbank, for instance, introduced the Nedbank Insurance Chatbot to make it easy for Nedbank clients to engage with insurance. Mom Connect, a unique chatbot launched by Precurt Foundation, has the ability to revolutionize the healthcare system. The introduction of a chatbot in the university environment would be both beneficial to the students, as it can be programmed to accomplish whatever tasks it's needed. For the second half of the presentation, my colleague will go ahead.
Okay, guys, we began experimenting with chatbots to see how it can improve our IT services. I'm going to show you a live demonstration on how the chatbot actually works. Just get there. Okay, for instance, let's say if a user or a student is struggling to connect to the Wi-Fi, he or she can just ask the chatbot for assistance, like for instance, the chatbot will reply and ask you, how do you want to connect? Then let's say you have a laptop. The chatbot will reply with a link with instructions on how to connect to the Wi-Fi using a laptop. Let's just wait for this to open. Say English. Okay, this is the steps that will explain to you how to connect to the laptop, how to connect to Wi-Fi through your laptop. As you can see here, here's the link for an exe file that will actually automate the process. If a student or staff member forgot his or her password, you can just ask the bot again. The bot then will reply with a link to change your password, or if you need to reset your password, you can also click on the link here. It will direct you to the password website where you can type in your number and change your password. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, Okay. If a staff member needs to install software, you can again ask the chatbot. The chatbot will reply with the software portal site. And there you go. Software downloads. You can just type in your, the staff member will just need to type in the username and password. Let me just show you. And now the staff member will have access to install any software he or she needs. This will decrease the queues at our IT department, and it will help the staff member bit more faster and save time. Thank you.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, is there any questions from anyone?
Pleasure, guys. So for those of us that haven't used chatbots before, is there anything that we should watch out for? Or in your experience, is there anything that you've learned that you can share with us?
With this current chatbot, you shouldn't actually be too scared to use it. As I've mentioned, it uses a similar interface as any other instant message platform. So it's basically your normal platform. Yeah, so what I would suggest is you just use it. It just makes life easier. Yes, that's nog 'n question. You must conclude, brah. Gaan naar die conclusion.
Hi guys.
Hi, how are you, sir?
It looks very interesting. Just
Yes.
a quick question. What is the staff input from this? Because I know staff generally want somebody there holding their hands through.
Currently,
still in
as I said, it's still in development. This is just a prototype just to show you guys. But we are engaging with various sources, staff and students. So once we reach the point whereby they give their input and stuff, and then we'll take it from there. But it's flexible, so we always grateful if we have people asking questions and so forth.
Thanks.
Okay.
Hi guys. So it's still in its development stages, right?
Yes.
Just a quick thing. Do you have something for redundancy in terms of, you asked it earlier on for how to set up my mobile device, and it gave you
Yes.
examples of
Yeah.
mobile devices.
Yeah.
What if you asked it how to set up my BlackBerry?
It
didn't
will
give
answer you. It will answer you.
I'm just saying the option.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
With the Wi-Fi, there's various options. So we currently only support iOS and Windows. So if you specify, say for instance, you have a BlackBerry or so forth, there is an option, there is an option that gives you the instructions for your
Maar
mobile.
gauw.
Let's,
Yeah,
let's
no, I
just
just
show you.
meant, like, because maybe it would confuse the staff members, like, okay, so it's only giving me these options, but
Yeah.
that's not what I want.
Yeah. As I've mentioned, we currently in development.
Yeah,
So
no, for
if-
sure, I understand.
If you give such inputs, we can implement it within the program.
Oh, perfect. Thanks.
Cool. Okay.
Any other questions?
Any other questions?
How intelligent is that bot? If I make spelling mistakes, like I forget my password or I for whatever
The
my
bot-
password, will it recognize what you're actually asking?
Yes, it will recognize. We program it to look for certain keywords. So if you just mention password, whatever you say, even if you can spell wrong or speak in a different language, as long as it sees password, it will direct you to whatever site.
Okay, but if you make a mistake with the word password, will it still recognize it?
Yes, we program it as well. So we type it in differently to look for, say for instance, you spell password with a E, password and so forth. We just program the bot to look for certain trends, and then it will pick up what you're trying to say. So we pre-program it. Yeah.
I presume that the way you will roll it out is maybe to, that's just what I have in my head, is to, when you've got queues of students, is actually to walk in the queue and tell them you've got this solution, and let's try it out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't think students will will use it on their own. You know they like to stand
Yeah.
in the queues. I don't know why. But,
Yes.
I mean, that is the way you can actually promote this whole new service.
Yeah, if we just have marketing, I'm sure it will be a hit. As I've mentioned, 80%, they spend 80% of their time using their mobile phones and 60% on instant messaging. So if we provide them with a link, they'll see something similar. So if we can just introduce it in a proper way to the students, I think they will accept it and use it.
Hi. Quick question. In terms of your IT service management tool, what tool are you using and is the chatbot linked to it? So if I ask a question and it answers me back, does it log in an incident or a service request? How does that work?
We can program it to do that. We're currently using freeware software, so we did not purchase a proper license and so forth. As I said, this is just a prototype, so in the near future we will get a suitable program with licensing and all that stuff. Yeah. Anyone else?
Hi, I'm impressed with the chatbot now. The risks that are in place, because I just heard you say you program it, especially with the word password. Now I'm thinking with the word Wi-Fi. You know our university, this is family university, we have old couples here. I'm just thinking that some old dude will just type, how often is Wi-Fi used? And then asking for the wife, and what answer is that chatbot going to give? So the risks associated with that, have you put something in place?
Currently, we will address that. We haven't come to that as yet, but we'll put it in. Thanks for the input.
We'll have 3 minutes left.
Just one more, if I may ask,
Yes.
if I'm struggling with Wi-Fi and I don't have airtime, how would I send a message?
Ish, you need to buy airtime. Come, conclude. Say that. Conclude, bro.
As we conclude, we can derive from this presentation that chatbots is the future, and we as IT should embrace it and make the changes we want to see. Chatbots help serve clients faster at lower cost, but wherever they are and whenever they wish. Modern businesses should be smart, specific, and international about how they use their time. Chatbots can help with that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Justin.